In this video, I'm going to be making the strongest character in Isekai. In my first video, I made the strongest character in all of anime, but this time, I'm going to be making the strongest character in just the Isekai genre. Now, before we get into the video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Now let's go over some rules. The first rule is that our character must be from an isekai anime. However, there will be some exceptions, such as if the anime that the character is from is similar to an isekai, then we can pick it. And the second rule is that we can only choose a character's universe once. Such as if we were to pick Rimuru for strength, we cannot pick anyone else for another trait. Now, let's get started. The first trait for our character to have is a body. And I will be choosing Sun Jin Woo from the solo leveling anime. Sun Jin Woo's potential is extremely high due to the system that he possesses. By finishing quests and defeating monsters, Sun Jin Woo is able to get even stronger than before by collecting points. He also possesses shadow skills which allows him to summon an army of shadows, and eventually becoming the Shadow Monarch, with the Shadow Monarch being one of the most powerful beings in solo leveling. Also, by the end of his manga, he becomes the strongest character in his verse, possessing space travel, immortality, an army of thousands of soldiers under his command, and infinite mana. So this is why our character will have the body of Sun Jin Woo. The next trait for our character to have is strength, and I will be choosing Diablo from How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Diablo was transported into a game-like world where he takes upon the appearance of a demon lord. His physical strength is so high that he can easily block or overpower physically strong opponents in combat, and he can take hits from high-level warriors without major injuries. His raw strength also surpasses most humans and demi-humans in his world. And that is only his physical strength alone. Think about his magical powers as well. With his magical powers, he is basically a walking, living nuclear bomb, as he can continuously shoot out high-level spells without running out of mana. He has a spell called Hellfire, which allows him to obliterate entire armies of monsters in a single blow. He also has an ability called White Nova, which allows him to obliterate high-level enemies. Apocalypse Abyss, which allows him to create a black hole that destroys anything in its path, and Gravity Collapse, which allows him to crush high-level opponents. So our character's strength is Diablo from How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. The next trait for our character to have is speed, and I will be choosing Sid Kagano from the Eminence and Shadow, as he can outrun opponents who are extremely faster than him, or at least superhuman level of speed. He can also reach up to light speed, and even immeasurable speed in some contexts, as it's shown in the anime multiple times that he can dodge bullet time. And he has teleportation-like movements, which allow him to disappear and reappear in the blink of an eye, and his agility allows him not to get caught by enemies. So our character's speed is the same as Sid Kagano from the Eminence and Shadow. The next trait for our character to have is durability, and I will be choosing Hajime Nagumo from Artifuna from Commonplace to World's Strongest. Hajime has immense durability and can survive attacks from the angels themselves. And Hajime's durability is at least 12 times tougher than Ryotaro Sakagami. So our character has Hajime Nagumo's durability. The next trait for our character to have is intelligence, and I will be choosing Shiro from No Game, No Life. Shiro has been shown to be a genius multiple times in the story. Her intelligence even surpasses the supercomputer itself. Not only that, but Shiro is the smartest within her verse as well. And she has beaten the best chess AI 20 times over and can learn a language in 15 minutes. So our character's intelligence is Shiro from No Game, No Life. And the next trait for our character to have is Battle IQ, and I will be choosing none other than Kirito from Sword Art Online. Kirito can adapt to any situation in battle. Also, in the fight between him and Sugo, Kirito was able to outsmart him in battle, ultimately leading Kirito the winner of the battle. And when he got into the real world to get to Asuna again in the hospital, Sugo met him in real life and tried to kill him with this knife. However, Kirito still won again. This is not only because of his will to protect Asuna, but also his battle IQ. So our character's battle intelligence is Kirito from Sword Art Online. So the next trait for our character to have are abilities, and I will be choosing Yogiri from the World's Strongest. His instant death ability isn't his only ability, but he also has several other abilities as well. He also possesses immortality, and even if someone tries to kill him, or even thinks about killing him, they will instantly die as well. He can also paralyze someone as well by killing their organs. Also, that's not the only broken abilities that he owns, but he also possesses nullification to all spells. Also, he can kill people who possess immortality as well. As long as they live, they can die. Also, here's an example. If Yogiri ever fought against Sun Wukong, who possesses 7 layers of immortality, Sun Wukong will instantly die as he still lives. So his 7 layers of immortality wouldn't matter to Yogiri's instant death ability. However, if he ever went against Kumagawa, who has no concept of life nor death as he completely nullified the concept, so Yogiri's ability would not work on Kumagawa. But back to the video. So if our character has this ability, our character can kill anyone as long as they've lived. So our character's abilities are Yogiri's. Now that our character has ability, our character will need a special ability, and I will be choosing Suguru from ReZero. Suguru's special ability is that after he dies, he instantly comes back to life. This essentially means that even if our character somehow dies in some scenario, our character will be able to instantly come back to life. So our character's special ability is Suguru's revive ability. The next trait for our character to have is a sword, and I will be choosing the Sword of Abolisher from the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Now, before you say, oh, I can't use the Misfit of Demon King Academy because it's not an Isekai. I made a rule where if the anime is similar to an Isekai, then we can still use it. And the Misfit of Demon King Academy is pretty much similar to an Isekai as Anos Voldigoad dies and reincarnates, and he's a super OP character. But anyways, Anos Voldigoad's Sword of Abolisher can cut through anything in existence and bypass the laws that protect that object. Not only it can cut through anything in existence, but it can also destroy anything from existence, including the order of the world. So our character's sword is the Sword of Abolisher by Anos Voldigoad. The next trait for our character to have is an additional weapon, and I will be choosing Liam Serra's Battle Mech from I'm an Evil Lord of a Galactic Empire. His battle mech, also known as Avid, is armed with several weapons used for combat. Along with the ability to fly, this mech is also used to amplify his powers. So now our character has Liam's battle mech. Now for the final trait of this video, and that is race. And I've saved the best for last, as I will be choosing Rimuru Tempest's True Dragon Form race. In that time I got reincarnated as a slime, the strongest beings are the true dragons. Also, by choosing Rimuru's version of True Dragon, our character can now use all of Rimuru's abilities, which he has access to the Great Sage, which gives him his abilities, such as Predator, Gluttony, and Infinite Regeneration. He also has Demon King Hakai as well, which allow him to destroy anything in existence. And to top it all off, he has immunity to all forms of magic. But there it is, the strongest character in Isekai. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite Isekai. And I'll see you in the next one.